everybody. This is sort of a different type of video. So normally I do tech tutorial and lifestyle videos, but today I'm joined by another YouTuber. You guys may know him as Starquake Heroes, and essentially we're going to be answering some of your questions from Instagram, Discord. He also has his video on his channel as well, so if you'd like to check that out, be sure to check the link in the description down below and be sure to follow him on social media. But we have him right here. Do you want to just give a little introduction about yourself real quick before we get started so people get to know who you are?
Sure. My name is Danny, but I do go by Starquake Heroes, and I simply just make tech videos on my YouTube channel. Try to make the best quality videos possible. So if you guys would come on down, that'd be great. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so now I'm going to be going into some of the questions that I got. So I only got one from Instagram, and then I got a couple from Discord. So let's actually go for Instagram right now real quick. All right, so the question comes from Hem Chandrasai, I believe. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but he says, are you guys gonna make a video about like what's on your phone and a day in the life? So I guess he's asking like, would you consider making a video about that?
That's a great question, and I think that, that's a great idea. I wouldn't mind doing that. A day in a life with the phone is probably the best way to really talk about a product. Sometimes the specs sheet kind of get away with us. You know, you hear 4 gigabytes of RAM and you think one thing, but actually using the phone is really what makes a difference. So yeah, great idea, and yeah, maybe that will be a video coming up on the channel.
So for me, I think I have done a day in the life video. Like I recently posted a morning routine video of myself, like doing my morning routine, and then also I posted a what's on my phone video. Brought up a good point there, like the spec sheet. There's other things beside that instead of just looking at the numbers and the details that were given there. Now onto Discord, I do have a couple questions here, and the first one comes from UnboxCuber, and he says, where do you see yourselves in the next year on YouTube in terms of size and content?
Personally, I try to look at YouTube as more of a place where I can try to improve my skills. Subscriber count, although it's not important, however, it's not everything. And I just try to increase the quality of my videos, try to work as hard as I can, and hopefully, the subscribers and the views will come. But my goal by the end of this year is to hopefully be at 500 subscribers. That's my personal goal.
Nice. I think I have a similar goal also, like in terms of subscriber count, maybe 500. That's a little stretch for me, but maybe 400 for me at least. That's I think that's doable for me. But in terms of content growth, I think improving my skills also, like it's not about the equipment. I think I can improve editing. I don't know if you've heard about like the ARM-based Macs, like the Apple Silicon, like something like that, because I'm actually editing on a 2013 MacBook Pro. That's like from 7 years ago. So maybe when I upgrade to that, I can maybe get Final Cut, and then I know there's a lot more features there, so I think I can improve with editing at least. But in terms of that, I don't think I'm going to be getting any more gear specifically like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think gear really isn't everything. If somebody gave us, me and Max, who are albeit pretty much beginner creators, when you look at YouTube, $3,000 worth of hardware, we really wouldn't be able to max out the potential of that tech. So it's more about, like, I remember Max said in his videos, the best camera is the one you have. So the best equipment is the one you already have, and that's the stuff that can really help you.
Okay, and then the second question that I have on here is from Maple Leaf Cuber, and he says, what is the favorite app you currently use?
All right, my favorite app on my phone right now. That's a hard question. Number one would obviously have to be YouTube. I'm always watching YouTube videos looking for inspiration. Not only inspiration, but also just funny videos. Any video is really YouTube I use the most. But in terms of actual application, I guess my favorite app would be like Discord. Ooh. Like I use it a lot to catch up with other streamers and stuff. So I guess that's my favorite app.
Okay, nice. I have both apps also, Discord and YouTube also, but if I had to choose, honestly, I'd say on my phone I use YouTube Studio a lot because that's where I get to interact with and like see the comments from the channel, get to heart them, get to see what's happening, the analytics from the channel. But it is really close with YouTube and Discord as well. And YouTube, I do get a lot of inspiration from other YouTubers, like specifically like MKBHD. I know we both watch his channel.
The king himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. YouTube, definitely YouTube would have to be up there. And I actually will take the advice of downloading YouTube Studio. That's actually pretty interesting, especially when you're on the go. You don't have to have your computer with you to respond to some comments.
Next question I have from Discord is from Dan the Cuber, and he says, do you play video games often?
Every day. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely a gamer. If you wanted to scroll back on my channel, you're gonna see some pretty cringy gaming videos. But I've always been into games, which is what brought me to tech. Now I obviously like tech. Not obviously, but I like tech more than gaming, simply because I was always interested in making my gaming experience better. So I definitely would say I love to play games. Specifically, Rocket League is probably one of my favorite.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm sort of opposite. Like, I don't really play too many games. Like, I have a Nintendo Switch. I like Super Smash Bros. That's one of my favorite. It's just a really good game. But honestly, I don't play it on the regular. I'd say maybe I pick it up like every week or so. But I think I'm focusing on other things instead of gaming. But gaming, it does help with a lot of things in general in life also. Like, it helps with problem solving and strategy also.
And I do know that you're like really good at the Rubik's Cube. So I guess that, well, not gaming,
Sort of,
while it's
sort
not
of.
gaming. So it's a similar hobby.
I have actually a couple questions here from the same person, from Twisty, and he says, what would you recommend for somebody wanting to make their bedroom nicer? I think he's talking like, yeah, aesthetic look, because I don't know, something like that.
All right, Twisty. So it's me and you both. I also don't have the best bedroom setup. Again, as a YouTuber, especially a small YouTuber, you're always hustling, looking for new ideas, looking a way to implement new ideas in your videos. So you don't always have time to look at your room and say, oh, what should I put in there? All my money and investment is on this table in my tech. So I really wouldn't be the one you should ask for aesthetic design.
Yeah, but it looks pretty clean from the looks of it right now, at least, like for the back portion. But I mean, desk setups are really important also because we're constantly at our desks, like a lot of the time of the day, doing school sometimes, creating videos, just doing a lot of things in general. But in terms of that, like I have just a couple wall decorations, like I have some basic furniture, you know, just the stuff. But the main control center is my desk, of course, like Danny has. Like I also have like a lot of my gear at my desk also, and honestly it can get quite messy a lot of the time, like because you're constantly setting things up, bringing things down, and then constantly filming videos back and forth. The tip is to just like at the end of the day clean everything up so you can have a fresh start in the morning. If you get what I mean. Any other advice there?
Yeah, I mean, I think keeping it clean is really underrated. A lot of times you can have a lot of stuff but no organization. And when you don't have organization, it really doesn't look good. Especially with the desk setup, you have multiple monitors, or maybe one, you have your computer or your laptop, you have speakers and all this stuff. Keeping the wires in check can really do a lot for your room. So again, try to work with what you have instead of buying new stuff, and try to just, see what you can do to spiff up your room. But definitely being clean and organized is definitely number one.
I 100% agree with that. And then the second question from him, he says, what is your current favorite school subject?
I mean, I'm actually taking a film class, but I still wouldn't say it's my favorite simply because we're not learning about video editing. I guess my favorite class in school right now would be calculus, simply because I want to get into a technological field, and the technological field really almost always involves some form of math. So I guess that's the one I'm most interested in, not because I'm good at it, but because I know I'd want to use it in the future.
Same with me. Like I'm sort of a math person as well. I'm currently in Algebra 2, not as complex as calculus, of course, but on a similar level, like something close to that is I'm doing digital photography also. That's one of the electives that I chose for this year, and it's up there, but I think Algebra 2, something I like also because I want to maybe go into like similar field as you. This is the third question from him, and he asks, best apps for revising, learning more subjects, or etc. I don't really get this question like as much, but like I guess it's in a sense like learning things. Have you heard of Skillshare at all?
I have heard of Skillshare, but I'm really an advocate for like free applications. And I'm sure Skillshare probably would ask for a lot of your money to learn. Honestly, YouTube again is one of those places, if you have any interest and you type it in that search bar, you're gonna find something. So definitely don't sleep on YouTube and use YouTube as a resource. It's a free one.
100% agree with that. Like back then, they didn't have the ability to do that. Like if you want to learn something, you have to go to the library, like take out a book maybe or something like that. But now we have access to the internet. YouTube, just a quick search, there's like thousands and thousands of videos that can teach you, and really that's really informative. So I think YouTube is a great place to start if you're looking to learn something else. And then the last question from him, he asks, would you rather delete all social media on your phone or all games on your phone?
Does social media include YouTube?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, then probably delete all the. I don't like games that much to delete YouTube, Instagram, Discord. I couldn't live. Oh, I could live, but especially with quarantine, it would be really hard, to be in quarantine or in a situation where you really can't go out all that often, without social media.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, social media, it's just something where you can connect with your friends, like talk to them. And same with me, I definitely go for I'd get rid of games because I don't play that many games. Like I said before, I only have like a couple mobile games, but honestly I could live without it. Like I actually I don't know if you watched the video on my channel, but it was about like I got rid of social media phone for a week.
I saw the thumbnail. I wish I watched it.
It's alright.
Don't come at me comment section.
It's alright.
But what happened actually?
Yeah, so actually I think that I was more peaceful in general. Like I find like other things, and I found out how dependent I actually was on my phone and just using it in general. So it helped me take a step back. I actually played piano for the first time in a couple months. But yeah, I think we definitely could all live without social media and games in general, but I think for me and you, we could both live without games more than social media.
So, I mean, I guess, yeah, I like the idea. You know, sometimes maybe taking a step back from social media for a little bit could be something that's beneficial, but throwing it out all together probably wouldn't be the move for me.
Alright, so that was all the questions I had there. Alright, so I guess this is the end of the video. Thank you, Danny, for coming on my channel. I really appreciate it. So be sure to follow his socials in the link in the description down below. I'll plug his Instagram and YouTube as well. His YouTube is Starquake Heroes. And what is the Instagram you'd like me to plug in the description also?
It's the same thing, Starquake Heroes.
Alright, so that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. You guys know what to do. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.